am Ros Gervais. I'm a business coach for new and rising artists. I help my clients to develop the confidence to show up as an artist, sell their work, and master their marketing so they can build a fulfilling art business that they love and get paid to do what they really want to do with all of their time, which is to paint or draw or make their art. And this is even if you are self-taught and have no idea about the business side of art. So I'm also a practicing modern botanical painter myself with work in 3 Australian galleries. I have first-hand experience in building an art business from scratch and developing a passion for art into a 6-figure multiple income stream business that I love. So not only do I walk the talk, but I have supported thousands of artists through my free and paid services, and I cannot wait to support you on your journey too. So hello to everybody. We are going to be talking about that topic today, 3 essential elements for a thriving creative career. And I'm looking forward to chatting with you about this one. Okay, now a big difference between art businesses that succeed and those that don't is the ability of the artist to address the business side of things. Let me know, where's your head at in this regard? How do you feel about looking at the business side of things? Does it scare you? Are you a natural? Do you avoid it? Do you love it? Let me know in the chat. I'm really curious to hear. Now, you don't actually have to be a natural at the business side of things. You don't need a degree in business in order to make it in art business, but you do need to learn and to dedicate some time to that side of things. I think we would be fooling ourselves to be thinking that we can make an income out of our art without actually working on the business side of things. We do need that yin and yang. We need to be working on both sides. But if you are smart, you can set it up in a way that is fun and also so it doesn't take away too much time from your studio time, okay? You are the boss in your art business. You get to set the balance, but you do need to pay some attention to that business side. So let's break it all down today so that you can start implementing some of these tips this week. Point number 1, it's all about the entrepreneur mindset. So seeing yourself as a business owner and an artist is absolutely essential when looking to make a living from your art, okay? So you need to put on that business hat in order to grow your income. And so that often means looking at things like your money mindset. So do you have a lack mentality? Do you tend to sort of lean that way? Or do you have an abundance mentality? And just looking at that, unpacking that, and trying to improve that for yourself is really valuable. Also valuing yourself. It's a self-worth sort of activity and your artwork, and then pricing your work appropriately. This is hard because of the mindset side of things, not the maths side of things. So we need to be doing some work in this area as well. Now, another mindset area that is worth paying attention to is finding a balance between the purity of your art practice, you know, that gorgeous, luscious, pure creativity. I just create out of flow and I create whatever I desire. And so balancing that with the desire to make an income from your art. Because essentially where you need to find yourself is in a place where you can happily sell your art without feeling like you're selling out. How does that feel for you? Does that feel a little bit funny? Does it feel a bit uncomfortable? I have talked about this topic before. You know, you think about artists, not visual artists, but an artist like Taylor Swift, for example. And I think she's amazing for what she has done. And she has balanced her passion with the business side, right? Some people think artists like her, commercial artists, are like not true artists, essentially, because they're selling their work. But that's where you have to come back to basics there. And you have to think about, do you want to make an income out of your art? And if you do, you need to address that business side and find that balance so it feels good for you. I have an example actually of my beautiful 7-year-old daughter actually. This is a story just from the weekend. It was very funny. I told this story in a live last night on Instagram actually. We had a few people over on the weekend, another family. So we had 2 families coming together. And my daughter went into the other room. She created an artwork. She came on out. She held it up and said, "Everybody, this is $10. Who would like to buy my artwork? $10 going once, going to," like she was in the zone. It was really, really sweet. I was like, wow, dude, this kiddo is very confident today. I was very, very impressed with her. And she just knew that her art had value, it had a price tag, and for it to sell, she had to tell people that it was available to purchase, and she had no qualms about it. There was not a single doubt in her mind. So I would like you to take a leaf out of a 7-year-old's book and see that art is a valid career, and it is okay to charge money for your art. But you can see how the mindset piece is a very big section of the puzzle here, okay? Now, a journal for you. I love all these comments coming through. I can see them and I will respond to them in full at the end, okay? So don't feel like you're being ignored, please. Now, your action today on that one, on the mindset topic, is to, and I'm just going to slow down my talking because I really want to give you a bit of space because this is really important, okay? Are we ready? Is to journal or talk, depending how you process things, journal or talk about how serious you are about building your art business, okay? So I want you to ask yourself, do you truly want to make your art into an income? Is that what you're really building here, okay? Are you looking for a full-time art career? Are you looking to make a living, so to pay all of your bills out of your art? And if you are, why is that? See if you can go deep. You can even do the 5 whys exercise. Try to find out what's at the baseline there. Like, why are you building this? And once you have sort of checked in on where your heart is, that's what's going to sort of leap you and send you forward and fuel you as well towards creating what you're wanting to create. And that's going to be very, very fulfilling for you as well. Now, if you are not wanting to make an income out of your art, you do this exercise and that's what comes out. That's the result. 100% fine, like no pressure. Please still hang out with us here in Permission to Paint. But if you are wanting to turn it into an income, I hope you can see then that you do need to address the business side and you do need to address the mindset side so that you can make that a reality. Okay, so take the time to actually journal this out, talk to a trusted friend about it and just sort of process this. Is this actually what you're doing? Or are you just happy to leave art in that hobby space, you know, not even a side hustle, but a hobby space, okay? No right or wrong, but really looking at this is really important. And it's actually a really good time to look at this because 2025 is around the corner. And I love that. I love a new year sort of buzz. It's a really great energizer. So no matter what you decide, do this activity now because 2025 can be your best year in art, no matter what best means to you, right? It can be your best year in terms of your building your income. It can be the best year in terms of creating the most amazing art that you feel super duper proud of. It is totally up to you, okay? Whatever best is to you. Okay, that's your action for part number 1. How's that sitting with everybody? Can you let me know? Are you going to journal? Are you going to chat and talk it through with someone? Let me know which one suits you best. Now, our second element today is around, it's sort of a combined one. I put 2 in 1 here. A simple marketing strategy and the supporting systems to go with that. Now, strategy is something that is often overlooked in any sort of small business, not just art. And note I say small business, right? Because small business usually is run by people who are new to it or people who don't have that much experience in that area, generally speaking, unless you're an entrepreneur, I don't know. But anyway, that's okay. I digress. But strategy is something that is often overlooked. So we are often so in the thick of the business. You know, we're working in the business, which for us is in the art and on the business side as well. But we're working in that rather than on the business, okay? And that has a cost. So if we can allocate time in our schedule, in our monthly plan, to step back and to look at the big picture of our art businesses, to plan the year ahead, for example, to check that our pricing is actually setting us up to make a profit and pay our, personal bills, If we are taking the time to set up attraction systems so that we can constantly be calling in potential future art collectors and all of that, then that's a game changer. Okay, so this is the strategy piece. This is a game changer if you can start to do this in your art business. And again, that's a huge differentiator between artists who make a living from their art and those that don't. So a quick win, super easy win for you, especially if you love a little bit of shopping, is to invest in a wall planner for 2025. Honestly, I swear by my wall planner. I don't know if you've heard me say that before, let me know, because I say this often enough. Whenever it's relevant, I get to say this because I love it. Because I don't know, you're probably the same as me being an artist, but it's the visual. I need a visual, okay? So having a wall planner, and I'm looking this way because that's where my wall planner is, it gives me a visual of what's coming up, what's next. I get to see the plan, okay? And having a wall planner and planning your year out that way really, really helps you with that strategy piece. Okay, it also helps you to minimize burnout and to limit that and to even prevent it, because you will see if you're overcommitting for your year ahead. Okay, so that is your quick win in that for that particular element that I mentioned, which is around strategy, and then the supporting systems that go with that. And then on that planner, you can start to mark out for next year your art releases or your art workshops, whatever it is that you offer in your art business. And that would be really a really positive step forward for you. Now, also, as I say that, I was going to talk about a little side topic, but perhaps I won't today. Let me know in the chat, actually. I can make this a topic in a future week. I was going to say here that if you're not launching your art, like having an art release, like I've got a spring art release coming up, and building that excitement and then releasing it. If you're not doing that, I highly recommend that you do try to do that and build that into your planning. If you would like me to talk specifically about launching in the future, let me know, okay? So that's our tip for you for the strategy and systems element. And now the last element today, and you will always hear me talking about this one as well, is community and networking, okay? Because being an artist can be a really lonely journey. Generally, we don't have many artists around us in real life. Let me know, is that you? Do you have many artists in your area, in your suburb that you bump into all the time? Or do you not? Let me know in the comments. Now, this is especially true for artists who are committed to making a business out of it, okay? That they're an even more rare type of artist, okay? So having those connections and that community make a really big difference to our success, because we're in this for the long haul, right? And we need that support, we need the community, we need the cheerleaders, but we also need the collaboration opportunities. And so at this point, I wanted to share about two of my Art for the Heart members, Rachel Kieran and Isabel Kremer, who recently collaborated, and they put on a group show together, an in-person art show, which I attended about a month ago, and it was amazing. It looked so professional. It was very, very polished, gorgeous space, and there was seemingly red dots absolutely everywhere. So they also smashed it, right? Two brands coming together to create an event that is just amazing. That comes about by having a community, okay? So community is very, very valuable for a whole range of reasons. Now, a step for you on this one is to reach out to a fellow artist or a potential collaborator this week to grow your network. No ifs, no buts, no excuses. Find someone that you haven't been in touch with very much recently. Send them a message. Pretty simple, yeah? Do that. So build your community, strengthen that, and opportunities will flow from that inevitably in time, both ways as well, by the way. So I'm going to go dive into the comments here and see if there's anything I've missed in terms of questions and celebrations. So just bear with me, and I'm going to go and have a look. If you do have any questions on today's topic, please drop them in. So I'm just scrolling back, and please excuse my eyes looking down here. My comments are not working on my laptop for some reason. Okay, so Vanessa said that her challenge this week is that she's chosen to enroll in TAFE whilst very unwell. So I have less energy for art, all the passion though. So I hope to find a balance once I'm well. Yeah, amazing. What are you studying at TAFE, Vanessa? Let me know. And What are you going to do to be more gentle on yourself this week, Vanessa? Sometimes it works to just have a set priorities. So for today, if I only did one thing today, what would it be? Okay, and then it gives you that sort of sense of achievement, because you will hopefully have done that one thing, and then maybe a couple of extra depending on your energy on that day. That technique can work. Now let's see. Vanessa says the business side of things gets easier the more you learn and take brave little steps. That is exactly it. Deb says I'm an ostrich, but learning to pull my head out of the dirt on the business side. Yeah, Deb, that's okay. I used to ostrich when it came to finances. I don't anymore, thank God. But yeah, that's that. I understand that ostrich zone. It's okay. Rachel says the business side of art is hard, but only because it's mine. If it was someone else's, I find it easier. So true. Yes, 100%. And that's often the case, Rachel. That's quite common, and that's why it's quite helpful to have an outsider helping you. So it could be a coach, it could be a fellow artist, it could be, your partner, even if they're good in business or good at listening, that can help you and give you some insights that maybe you can't see because you're in the thick of it, right? Just going to see if there's any other questions. There's lots of comments. The planner, Rachel, I hope I answered the planner question well enough for you. Let's see. Vanessa says, I have art friends in real life, but we're at such different stages. We do get a lot out of meeting up. Online, it's easier, though, to share more deeply. Yeah, definitely. All right. Sounding good. Okay, no other questions in here. If I have missed a question from you, please just type it in again, and I will see what I can help you out with. Jane and Allison are keen for the event. I'll send you the link, Jane and Allison, so that you can come along. And Vanessa's just quickly shared, I'm being gentle with myself by noticing what my body needs and trying to prioritize rest. Today, I spent 5 minutes starting to clean my art table, and I might ask my friend to help finish that job today. That's beautiful. That's really good. You're amazing at paying attention to your body and looking after yourself, Vanessa. I really admire that in you. All right, treasures, it's been a pleasure. I will see you all super soon. So lots of love from me to you. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Bye.